Hi, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. This is a time-stamped love reading for mid-May for each zodiac sign. I'm going to start with Aries and work my way through to Pisces. That's one for Aries. So look out for your sign in the timestamps. And oh my God, Aries, another one flies on the floor. And also look out for your moon and rising, or if you're cross-watching, or or whatever you want to do. I will put the timestamps at the top of the comment section. Now then, if you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. All my information is down there. If you want to donate to the channel, and thank you to those of you that have already, you can also do that in the description box. I have put up as well my May 2018 reading, so check those out there for each sign of the zodiac. Aries, I'm going to start with you, Aries. This is some very interesting energy going on for your love life. So this is mid-May. Mid-May to probably around mid-June. Okay. Seven of Swords in reverse pops up. The Sneaky Fox card. Now it's in the reverse. And we also have the King of Wands in reverse. Fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, okay? It feels to me, Aries, like some of you might be dealing with someone who you don't know if you can trust during mid-May. Seven of Swords, never a card to be sniffed at, really. Always a card of some kind of behind the scenes happenings or some kind of just general shadiness. If you look at this card, the person is stealing away into the night with Seven Swords. He kind of knows what he's doing, and there is some aspect that you would think this was planned. When it's in the reverse, it's slightly more complicated. Some of you just don't quite know who you're dealing with here. We've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. This is also a feeling of confusion, of wanting to find some kind of evidence or just wanting to work it out, wanting to know whether this person is on the level or whether you should be worried about it, Aries. Alongside the King of Wands in reverse, I've got the King of Swords in the upright. Represents the air signs, Aries, Libra, Gemini. Now the King of Swords is clever, he's wordy, he's truthful, sometimes to the point of being brutal and blunt with the truth. He's in the upright. But you know, when I've got two kings in a reading and one is in reverse and one is in the upright, I get a kind of Jekyll and Hyde mentality. That's why I'm saying this combined with the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse, you're really asking yourself, can I trust this person? And this could be for singles if you're meeting someone mid-May, you know, if you're going on a date, Match.com, whatever it is. If you're meeting someone, you may think, you know, half of you gets the old flutters. That's the King of Wands, where you think, woo, you know, this person is quite hot. And then half of you just gets the old woo feeling, where you think, yeah, but there's just something I'm not sure about. For those of you that are involved in relationships of any kind, you know, whether it's casual through to committed, it's just the feeling that your significant other is up and down. For some of you, this is someone who you don't know if they're with you or not. I'm just choosing a card about whether, about the trust issue actually, is what I want to know. Okay, good. For that we get the Hanged Man in reverse. Now the Hanged Man in reverse is like an acceleration. It's things actually happening. It's secrets coming out. It's Neptune, the Hangman, and Neptune represents a sort of mysterious air about people. So if you've met someone, they seem a bit of a mystery, or if you do meet somebody, they will seem a bit of a mystery, but then they will reveal themselves. If you're with someone and you don't know if they're with you or against you, I think you will find out in this time period. Ooh. Chuck Spezzano love cards. Yes. Wow. Okay, Aries. We get fear of inadequacy. That could be them or it could be you. And I feel like with some of the people that you're dating or this person that you're with or involved with, for some of you it's just involved with, I feel like the lack of clarity is making you feel inadequate. Then we also get jealousy. Some of you don't know if you can trust this person. Some of you, they may have been looking at other people, or you may have seen something on their phone, or you may just see something on their Facebook page. You know, somebody new has liked something, or new friend pops up, or whatever it is. And you're feeling constantly on edge about it. And then we also get fantasy. So just be careful, Aries, that if you do meet someone, if you meet somebody, you're single and you meet somebody for a date, that you don't blow it up into more than it really is. Take them really as you find them at face value. For those of you that are involved with somebody, especially with the Ace of Swords in reverse, have all your spidey senses on full alert, Aries. Because it really does hang in the balance as well with this Hanged Man as to whether they're just mysterious and quite secretive, or whether there really is something you need to know, okay? You know, the question for you, Aries, is there something I need to know? So, Aries, do check out your May 2018 reading as well. Subscribe and like, and if you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Thank you, Aries. Ooh. Now then, Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Sun, Moon and Rising. Let's just do a big girl shuffle for Taurus, okay? This is Taurus Love Life, mid-May 2018. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, Taurus. Some of you may be wanting to hold on to someone. Maybe that's actually at the moment. But coming into mid-May, you're going to find, for you, Taurus, a sense of release, a sense of perspective, even a sense of happiness. You know, what wasn't for you must go by you. Rejection is God's protection. You've got the Death card in reverse. What are you resisting in love, Taurus? That's the main question. Who are you holding on to? This could even be memories of somebody or an ex. Death in the reverse is a certain resistance to the force of change. Change will be good for you, Taurus, and change comes beautifully in the guise of Temperance. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. Now, this could mean, Taurus, if you're single, that you may meet a Sagittarian. Temperance being the Sagittarius card. Either way, Temperance means that you come to a beautiful balance of acceptance about what's happening in your love life. If you're single, you become happily single. You bloom where you are, which of course means next thing you know, you meet someone, okay? You generally, sod's law, don't meet anyone when you really want to, when you're unhappy, when you feel lonely, when you feel lack, when you're on your own, in your smelly tracksuit bottoms, you're eating Ben and Jerry's and you're thinking, oh my God, I really want someone. Of course, nobody comes along. But Temperance is the feeling that things are looking up. First of all, things are looking up for you, single Taurians. Things are looking up for you. When things look up for you, people come. They kind of magnetize towards you. So I'm feeling that your personal magnetism is growing. If you're in relationship as well and you have been having some kind of issues about one particular thing, I also feel that the two of you are going to reach some kind of resolution about this. Something you can move forward with. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and that is being willing to walk away from something, whether it's a stance in an argument, whether it's being right, or whether it's actually a person, the memory of a person. Five of Pentacles, even though there are 5 golden pentacles on that house, he still walks away, and it is a lonely road, but he's happy to take it. Off he goes. Now, next to that, very nice, 8 of Wands, information coming in. Someone speaks, you meet someone. This is very good for online dating. Anything to do with online, technology, apps, digital. So, whether the thought of that fills you with dread, you know, in some cases, this is the day and age of online dating, isn't it? This is how you meet people. But it looks good. So if you want to, if you can do it safely and follow all the rules and everything, whack that profile picture up, Taurus, okay? And put your lucky pants on. Page of Swords, again, air sign possibly coming in, someone a bit younger. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For those of you in relationship, again, this is resolution, communication, getting things said, getting things off your chest, but in a clear and beautiful way. Not just, you know, throwing a pan of beans over their head. Never advocate that, Taurus. This looks nice for you. I like this. I mean, to be honest, it may sort of moves into Gemini, doesn't it, mid-May? It's just coming at the end of your time. There's a new moon in Taurus as well, isn't there? Yes. Just doing some Chuck Spezzano love cards for you, Taurus. Ooh. Those of you needing to let go of someone, that comes through really strongly here with that Death card in reverse and the Golden Handcuffs card here, okay? For some reason, this person offered you maybe financial stability or just some kind of feeling of being held, but we get control, loss. You know, when the Death card in reverse comes up, you have to let that person go. And even if the feeling of control was familiar and it was better the devil you know, Death in reverse, it still needs to go because you also get bad choices. Yes, that was a bad choice, but if you can let it go, if you can just walk away, I mean, like in the Five of Pentacles, Taurus, which is an earth sign card, by the way. 5, the number of kind of instability and change. If you can just take those steps away, and I feel you will in mid-May, look what awaits you. Temperance, beautiful energy, finding peace, new stuff coming in, 8 of Wands, movement, meeting someone. And the Page of Swords, new clarity, meeting an air sign, possibly a Sagittarius. Ooh. Taurus, yours is a very interesting reading. Leave me a comment about that. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Just drop in the cards. Okay, thank you very much, Taurus. Gemini. Gemini. Hi, Gemini. How are you? I've been doing a lot of private readings for Geminis recently, so I know there is a lot going on with your sign. Let's have a look. So, mid-month May, love life, Geminis. Using the Mythic Tarot. That one is for you. Oh, yes. Ooh. Gemini. Oh. That one. Okay. Gemini. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Gemini is a twin sign. It's a mutable sign as well. When the Two of Pentacles is in reverse, it's a kind of a feeling of losing control slightly, or having to decide between two people, two ideas, two competing things in your love life. Something could take hold in mid-May. Something could start to build. You know, if you've been on 1 or 2 dates, it could start to come to something you feel might actually turn into something. 3 of Wands. That third wand is towards building a bigger fire. You know, it's adding to the passion. It's, you know, we all know what's supposed to happen on third dates, Gemini. She says, doing up her dress, crossing her legs. It's taking things a bit further. It's the opportunity to take things a bit further. You may have reservations about it though. Oh, I just kicked the camera as well. You may have reservations, Gemini. You may just feel, I don't know, there's just something about it. It could be that there is someone else. Or it could be they're not quite exciting enough for you. You know, this could be that you meet someone in maybe online dating or whatever it is, and they turn out to be just not quite glittery enough to catch your eye. You know, Geminis need to be mentally interested in people. They need to be watching them around the room. You know, the person needs to be at least moving or doing or moving and shaking, and this person just might be a bit stuck in their ways for you. And again, Gemini, if you are attached, if you are in a relationship with somebody, there may be something to do with money that you are butting heads about. You've got the Emperor in the reverse. Now, the Emperor in the reverse, he represents Aries, but he is stubborn. You know, he is stubborn. Aries rules the head. It's like banging your head against a brick wall, it feels like, with this person. And the answer to it, if you are a couple Gemini, is 7 of Pentacles. You've got to work together. You have to work together. It's one of those, do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? Then we get Temperance, which is another card of tempering yourself, you know. Compromise for coupled Geminis. And even for Geminis, if you meet somebody in May and you're not sure, you know, if you feel like you need to compromise some of your list for somebody, just have a look at that list and think, you know, is this one of my core needs that I'm compromising? For example, and it may sound trivial, if you need somebody who is always on time and this person is always late, can you live with that forever if it turns into something? If this person is a couple of inches shorter than the norm that you would normally like, can you get over that? Are they worth it? You're at that kind of stage with somebody. Now, this could happen quite quickly, Gemini. You could meet someone and have like 2 or 3 dates in succession towards the end of May and get yourself to that situation quite soon. Could be an earth sign for many of you. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And of course, earth signs tend to be much more slow moving than you are, Gemini. But I think the question that you're going to ask yourself here with this person that's coming in is, what has happened before? What have I been attracted to before? Is it the slightly more mad, bad and dangerous to know types? And what happened there? How did it work for me? How is this going to be different? You know, it's that whole thing about, it's that whole thing about, you know, if you keep madness, the definition of madness being, Christ, Gemini, doing the same thing again and again and expecting different results. I've got to tell you what these cards are. Jesus. Okay. Lack of self-worth is in there. That may be you, okay? Sometimes when we are attracted, and sometimes this is a thing for air signs as well, because you need that mental stimulation, you do get attracted to people who can be a bit flighty. Now, this person is solid, okay? This person is, at first glance, you might think a bit boring, okay? Until you see these cards, Gemini. You get the erotic. And if that's not enough, you get orgasm. So I think the answer to this is never say never until it progresses to the sack, okay? Because there could be some real treats in store. This may, you know, it's always the quiet ones. It's always the quiet ones, Gemini. If this person seems stick in the mud, a bit boring, you know, a bit pentacly, a bit coiny, after dark, it could be a very different story. Leave me a comment, Gemini. Keep it as clean as you can with those cards, you know. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Check out also your May 2018 reading on the channel. Nice reading, Gemini. Fun and games. Woo! Okay. Cancer. Hello, my lovely Cancerians. So, Cancerians, mid-May 2018. Love life. Love my Cancerian folks. You are my highest ever watched video. 23,000 people, Cancerians. So I love you to bits for it. Big thank you to my Cancerian watchers. Ooh. Ooh. What's going on? Oh. Wow. Wow, wow, indeed. Some of you could be to do with an air sign. This could be coming in or could already be around. Interesting. We've got the Queen of Swords here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be male or female, that energy. But it's air energy. Some of you Cancerians could be very worried on thinking that you're never going to meet anyone. You could be stressing about being single. I think that May in general, sort of mid-May to June, is a very good time to meet someone for everyone, the cards that are coming up. Some of you are worried about meeting someone and moving on from someone else, as in, are you really over this person? I've got the Nine of Swords. This is a card of worries. It's a card of insecurity. This is the 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm never going to meet anyone, no one's ever going to love me card. This is the, if you have just met someone, what if this, what if, that kind of vibe. It's also for some of you that there's already somebody in the mix or on the table, but it's maybe a situation, it's a situation where someone doesn't know where they stand. Major Arcana, the Lovers. Now Paris here choosing between 3 different women, and it's quite a superficial choice that he makes. For some of you, this could mean that there is some kind of contact with someone who has maybe more options than you on the table, or that's what you fear. 9 of Swords. And you could well be right. You know, we've got Athene here, the goddess of war. We've got Aphrodite, the goddess of love. And we've got Helen, who was pretty. And he chose Helen because she was pretty. Okay. Didn't end well. You know, Trojan War, face that launched 1,000 ships. Love can be superficial, Cancer. You are not a superficial sign. You're a water sign. You are a sign with a hard shell and a soft, soft underbelly. Just be careful, Cancerians, who you give your heart to is the message for you. Because there are offers here on the table. We've got the King of Pentacles here, the Earth sign. That's someone who's a bit older than you, someone who might work in finance, somebody who is quite financially established, but somebody again who may have options. You may feel inferior for some reason. Having said that, Cancer, we got the Two of Wands. Now this is the card, this is Jason and the Argonauts starting out on his journey, staking his territory. If you meet somebody this period of time, mid-May onwards, don't be daunted. Don't be daunted by thinking, oh, they could have the pick of this, or they could have their choices, or whatever it is that is your insecurity, okay? Because actually, the message that I get, Cancer, is that they would choose you. They would choose you. The Lovers used to be called the Choice. So I get that some of you, the Lovers is also the Gemini card. Some of you, this is an air sign. And for some of you, Pentacles. So Capricorn, Virgo or Taurus. But there is good potential. Good potential. Don't write it off just yet. Yes. Yes. Some of you as well are involved with someone who you want to take it to the next level. You're waiting to hear from that. And for some of you, that will happen with that Two of Wands. Just having a look at your... Ooh, I thought it had good potential. Right. The problem card, Cancerians, is cynicism. This can range from, I'm never going to meet anyone, they're all awful out there, I don't want to kiss that many frogs, to this person will never step up and claim me. Then we get the healing card of commitment. I can feel that on the table. And then we get the grace card of happiness. So the message for you, lovely Cancerians, is that the potential is very good for mid-May to mid-June for meeting someone if you're single. Again, like I've said to other signs, you're not going to meet them on your couch. You need to get out there. All your cards are in the upright. They will choose you out of a crowd. Now that crowd can be online if you're doing it online dating. I mean, lots of people are now. Get yourself out there. Cancerians are often a bit shy. And for those of you who are with someone already, if you're wondering if they're capable of stepping up to the plate, it looks like they are. It looks like you don't actually have to do an awful lot to achieve that. Just be your lovely good self, okay, and work on that. Could be cynicism, could be insecurity with that Nine of Swords. Just work on that, Cancer, and the rest will follow, okay? Thank you, lovely Cancerians. Do hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. See you soon. Namaste, Cancer. Leo. Lovely, lovely Leos. Hello, Leos. What is going on? Love life for Leo. Mid-May. Oh, Leo. Shall we have one more? Go on. Okay. Leo. If there's one thing you are not perhaps famous for, Leo, it is patience. That is your strength, okay? Is that you are impatient usually because you are fire and sun and yang, okay? And let's do it. And acting from the body, acting from the spirit. There's not a lot of duality in a Leo, you know. It is the sun, you know, if you think of the sun, I know it's not, but you think of the sun as a circle of golden light, okay? It's pretty clear. The purpose of it is pretty clear. This mid-May to mid-June-ish, or whenever you hear the video, to be honest, is a time for you of plunging the depths of the emotions. And I know that is not something that is your favourite thing to do, you know? You'd rather be out there in this lovely sunshine and living it up, and why not? But there is a need, Leo, there is a need. I've got the Strength card in reverse. That is the Leo card. Now, if I'm doing a private reading for somebody and their own card comes up in reverse, I know that there are psychological shenanigans. They are tipped off beam. They are off balance. This is a good thing, Leo, because do you know why? It takes that to get you to go there. Because you're a Leo, you want to be out there, you want to be having fun, you're living, you're yang, you're outgoing. There is a need to journey within, there is a need for internal introspection to do with either relationships or a relationship that's ended or your love life in general, okay? That Strength card in reverse, so life tips you off balance so you can see the other side. Queen of Cups in the reverse. When the Queen of Cups is in the upright, she scries through looking at the reflection of the cup, normally representing Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, the water signs who inwardly navigate. This, when it's in the reverse, apart from looking like 1980s Cher, which it does beautifully, is a sign, Leo, that you are not doing that or that you resist that. And of course you resist that because it's painful. But it is necessary because there is confusion. Now, the Page of Swords in reverse represents a kind of information coming upside down. If you ever watch Stranger Things, okay, there is the world here and then there is the upside down. A bit like Kant, and Kant had the world of phenomena, which is the objects that you see around you that you can touch, see, taste and feel, and then he had the noumenal world, which was the things in themselves, the essence of things. To a certain extent, the things that through our normal empirical senses are not entirely reachable. But the information you need is not touch, smell, feel, taste, all that stuff. Not going to get there from feeling it and doing it and being yang. You're going to get it from being introspective and going yin, which is irritating. But for you, this will offer emotional floodgates opening. 4 of Cups in reverse. That is the card of going or feeling or just feeling dead, feeling numb, okay? When it goes into reverse, feelings filter. You're going to get all that kind of colour and feeling back. But you get it from going within. And whether you need to make a decision, Leo, on whether a relationship is right for you, or you want to think about, if you're single, who you can meet next and how it can be different, this is where you need to go. 5 of Pentacles, walking the spiritual path, choosing to walk away from the bright pentacles in the house. This has come up loads. 5 as well is a bit of instability. Your axis is being tipped. And then in the middle, when I ask for a clarification card, I get the Knight of Pentacles. Patience. As if telling you to be introspective wasn't enough, Leo, I then polish it off by telling you to be patient. You will be rewarded, but you won't be the same. Strength in reverse. Being tipped up so you can kind of go back different. Hope that makes sense. Wow. I'm just looking at your love cards. And they're good. Yes. Trap. Don't stay the same as you are. Whichever thing, person, concept, piece of history, whatever, is keeping you back, walk away from it, even if it feels temporarily good. Then you get falling in love, because that becomes possible if you're willing to do that. And it will be quite a different experience from what you've had before. And then you get wild abandon. That's back to being yourself. but yourself +1, you know, it's kind of Leo to the power of 10. I think you get what I mean, Leo. Leave me a comment, because that is a really interesting love reading. Leave me a comment, let me know how it resonates, okay? If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box. Do have a look also at your May 2018 monthly reading, Leo. Namaste. Okay, Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Sun, Moon and Rising, mid-May 2018. What do Virgos need to know? What do Virgos need to know? That almost rhymes, doesn't it? Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Oh, wow. All we need is one more of those and we've got the whole set. Okay. Wow. Oh, Virgo. Okay. Virgo, some of you are dealing with someone who has, who may have, this is particularly for female Virgos really, who may have more than one woman on the go, or you're wondering if you are. I have a bit of a thing in a reading, when there's two queens in a reading, there's something going on. This can be any kind of female, as in it could be that their mother is always interfering, but generally, yes. I got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I got the Queen of Wands in reverse. You could be dealing with someone who has a lot of ex-girlfriends. You could be dealing with someone who has a particularly dominant ex-wife situation. Or you could be dealing with someone's family if there's lots of females in the family, sisters, mothers, you know, anything like that. For some of you, this may be just finding out that somebody was speaking to multiple people who they didn't know very well. You know, they have a lot of women that they talk to socially online or something like that, that makes you uncomfortable. For some of you, if you are in the process of considering whether this could be a long-term prospect, I've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and you are an earth sign. So it doesn't look like it offers the stability that you need. You know, Virgo is quite a stable sign and quite a decent sign. You know, you need to know that someone's on the level, and I'm not sure that this person is. Some of you are dealing here with an Aquarius or a Sagittarius. And then in the middle of the reading, the Four of Cups in reverse. That is kind of an emotional upset. It can be tears, you know, with the cups in reverse. It can be I don't know, I think some of you have been trying to accommodate somebody who is perhaps more sociable and more in contact with lots of females than you are comfortable with. And some of you have found out that someone is cheating, you know, worst case scenario. I don't have any swords here, you know, so I don't necessarily get that, but there's just so much baggage. You know, so much baggage that actually the potential is kind of ruined by it. Now, these are beautiful cards. Temperance, the Sagittarius card, and the Star, the card of great hope. If you are a single Virgo, it would be a very good time for someone to come in, Sagittarius or Aquarius. Very, very nice cards, particularly with the Star. That's a card of the Fairy of Hope coming out of the box. So don't lose hope if you're single and looking to meet someone. Good time to be out online, wherever it is you meet people these days, okay? If if you're trying to make that crucial decision, Virgo, about whether to move on from somebody who you just can't feel comfortable with for whatever reason. Maybe they're a party person, maybe they're too sociable, maybe they don't commit to you, maybe they have two women on the side. I don't know. Whatever it is for you. First will come the emotional sort of meltdown side. That can be if you find any evidence or see anything. But then it quickly moves to Temperance and the Star. It moves to hope again for you. And also the other message I get for you, Virgo, is if you do decide that this isn't for you, there will be fairly quick turnaround for meeting someone else. I've got to tell you that because it's there. Let's have a look at some Chuck Spezzano love cards. If you are single as well and looking to meet someone, it may be as well you meet someone where it starts quite flingy. Not a particularly Virgo concept. But with that Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Temperance and the Star, it could start either intensely or there could be a lot of sexual chemistry. So just look out for that. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Do you know what I mean? And first off, we get the withdrawal card. So for some of you who've been in this situation with the two queens, there will be a small period of withdrawal. Four of Cups in reverse. That's like the crying card. Letting go of emotions, letting go of hopes. Remember, that is the Fairy of Hope, though. That's a major arcana, beautiful card, and it kind of trumps the rest of it. Then we get giving oneself. Meeting someone you can truly give your heart to, who will give their heart to you. And then we get orgasm. Told you it might be sexual. But actually for some of you as well who are in a deeper relationship, this is a call to be vulnerable with that person, you know. If you can get past whatever this obstacle is, being vulnerable with that person might actually have a big effect on opening you up for deeper relationship and a better sex life as well. For those of you that are single, like we said, it might be, you know, hot chocolate, you sexy thing. I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, okay? Just watch it because... Well, I say watch it. Why am I saying watch it? I mean, it might be great. You decide, Virgo. You decide. Leave me a comment, okay? Let me know. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Namaste. Okay. Libra. Libra. Ooh, Libra. Libra, you got some strong cards. I want one more actually. Feels like it's that one. Libra, Libra, itchy nose Libra. Okay, one way or another, mid-May, or whenever you hear the reading, to be honest, love is trying to find its way into your life. Now that could be through meeting someone new, or it could be a deepening of a current relationship. There is a need to a certain extent, Libra, for you to untie the strings of control. Librans are usually quite tidy and quite organised people. You know, they rule Venus and beauty in the home and things putting things really nicely, you know, into different places with ribbons on and just things looking good. But the flip side to that, you are an air sign, which I always find a bit interesting with Librans. Gemini and Aquarius, I get the air, I can feel it. Librans is a different kind of a breeze. It's more of a breeze which contains more emotion, I think. More kind of like a breeze with petals or something. Queen of Swords in reverse. There is a need to untie. There is a need to let go of control. Okay, let go of control. Eight of Swords. These are the Furies. Some insecurities and worries are ruling your situation. There's a need to just snip that string, okay? Now, if you're looking to meet someone, if you're really, really single AF as they say, let go of how you want it to happen and who you want it to be. And open the idea of meeting someone differently or meeting someone different. If you're in a relationship of whatever kind with somebody, there is a need for some mess and some confusion and some need to kind of work together. We get the Chariot, which is the Cancerian card, so you may be dealing with a Cancerian. Yang is that horse and Yin is that horse. Yin? Yin is that horse. They want to go in different directions. Life is a series of contrasts and dirty contrasts sometimes. You've got to get your hands dirty. You've got to get your heart dirty. You've got to hang your washing out and let everyone see it sometimes, Libra. This can't be neatly arranged. You're either going to meet someone who challenges your concept of love and tidiness in love, maybe in life. Someone's going to rifle your drawers. Let's hope so. And you're going to like this person, or maybe you already do. And there needs to be a way of working with them which is not entirely yours. You know, you've got to snip those strings because it's good for you. It's going to move you on. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This is the working together card. If you're in an established relationship, this could be to do with actually working together, or your finances together, or your home together. You may need to let them have their way. Maybe they want to put up burgundy wallpaper or some kind of weird arrangement somewhere, and you might have to just let that one go. Because we get the Two of Cups, beautiful card. You're the only one to get this, okay? And in your monthly reading for May 2018, check it out, you got the Soulmates card. I remember that. But it was after a bit of a struggle that we got to that Soulmates card, and this is the same. But Two of Cups, beautiful card. Real love is trying to find you, whether you're single or whether you're coupled. Let things get messy. If you're wanting to meet someone, if you're on online dating, expand your preferences. Just expand your preferences. See who turns up. You can't plan everything, okay? Hanged Man in reverse. It is on. That's my it is on card. Things are not going to wait around for you to feel comfortable about them, okay? You're going to have to go ahead. You're going to have to like break out of that. You're going to have to go ahead regardless. The Chariot. You're going to have to forge ahead with your two unruly horses. And keep them going somehow in some crazy kind of steering. Everybody's getting... This is like sex month. Mid-May is obviously sex month. I know we're coming into... and that one. I'm shuffling these cards really well as well. We're coming into like summer, and I know everyone gets a little bit solar powered, you know, but still. Why are you hiding? So I say to the card, why are you hiding? Withdrawal, the card of hiding. If you are in a relationship and you are hiding, Libra, if you are withdrawn from somebody, if you're not speaking to somebody or whatever it is, or if you are sitting at home every night thinking you don't want to meet people and it's too messy, get out there, okay? Fear of inadequacy is the only thing holding you back. And then you, like many others this month, get the Orgasm card. That is a well shuffled pack. I'm going to shuffle them again. I've shuffled and shuffled and shuffled. I think 3 signs have had the Orgasm card. Take advantage of it, okay? Love is a dirty business, to be honest. And I don't mean that in a sleazy way. I just mean it in terms of life is a dirty business too, isn't it? I mean, look at it. Don't be afraid to get dirty, Libra. Leave me a comment. Obviously, keep that clean. Let me know, okay? And do watch your May 2018 reading. I think you'll find that very interesting. If you want a private reading, it's all in the description box below. Namaste, Libra. Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. Ooh. My lovely Scorpios, mid-May, love, love. Oh, Scorpio, what have you been up to? What is occurring? What is that all about? Ooh. I'm going to do one more big girl shuffle actually for you. You are for Scorpio. Oh, Scorp. You've got some big cards here. Right. Scorpio, some of you are either dealing with or can meet mid-May onwards someone who really pushes your Scorpio buttons. Possibly a Leo. What to say first? They're sexy. There you go, I've said it. There's a lot of sex around in mid-May readings. I've pulled the orgasm card, I think 4 times so far. Not bad going, eh? It's like multiple orgasms. If you're meeting someone new, if someone new comes into your life, it's going to be a quick physical connection. Whether you act on it or not, of course, is up to you, but you will feel it. And it will be, or you maybe already have met this person, it will be like dark, okay? Now, Scorpio knows how to do dark. But Scorpio also has to watch that, okay? This is for you, Scorpio. You know that you're not afraid of the dark side. You rule the dark side. But you still need happiness and light, you know? And it's just whether it will tip over or whether it has with somebody tipped over into that place of I'm not sure this is good for me anymore. I've got the Devil in reverse. Now that is normally a release. Do you know what? For some of you, this is an ex reappearing somehow in your life who you had big feelings for, including a very high sexual connection, but more than that, a deep connection with. Now it feels like for some reason, whether they come to you and ask you or whether you bump into them or whatever it is, it feels like they want to go round the merry-go-round again is the message that I'm getting. 5 of Swords in reverse, Venus in Aquarius. It's a card of being afraid to commit, afraid of relationships. They may say to you, I am no longer afraid to commit. You know, I'm here, I'm ready. Now, Scorpio, you're very good at keeping your feelings in check. You know, you don't blab off to everybody or give everybody, you know, if someone crosses the line with you, very often that is the line. And you can hold back. You are disciplined. This person pulls your string and just unravels you. Who is this person? 4 of Pentacles in reverse, not able to hold on to your feelings around this person. If you have the feeling, Scorpio, and this is an ex, that it would not, that you can't resist them, don't see them, okay? Don't see them. Because we've got the 8 of Swords, movement that is impeded, a prison, the Furies, being trapped. This person puts you in a trap somehow. And it could be the sexual connection kind of adds to it somehow. but they put you in a trap. In the middle of the reading, the Six of Wands in reverse. There is a need to win. There is a need to make it work. There is the feeling that you want to make it work. But the rest of the cards say that this person, although they may say that, when you get in it with them, and it may have been someone you've like split up and been back to multiple times, that something just doesn't work with it. Now you get the Strength card. That is self-mastery. It's also the card for Leo. So some of you might be dealing with a fire sign or a Leo. This may require your considerably good skills for self-mastery, Scorpio. Because here we also have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands does for me represent a strong sexual connection. It also represents a new beginning as well, and it could be an Aries too. I'm getting fire signs for you. I can't say whether this can work or not. I don't think it's clear. It's down to you, really. Underneath there, I got the King of Cups in reverse. King of Cups in reverse is difficult about boundaries. Sometimes likes to drink too much. Sometimes doesn't honour his truth. You know, do they honour their truth with you? Can you honour your truth with them, Scorpio? Let's have a look at your love cards. Yeah, look. You get the Doubt card. You don't know. Don't make a move until you know. Yeah. Fear. Now it may be they have changed and that it's just fear that's holding you back. This is what you need to perhaps work out for yourself before putting one step forward with whatever this offer is. If you're single, this could be meeting someone as well that is quite overwhelming. Yes, look, this is about an ex. Okay, if it doesn't resonate with you, it's not for you. So I'm just going to narrow it down. This is about an ex. It's coming through so strongly for me, Scorpio, that I'm not going to try and generalise it too much. Old wounds. You know, look, we've got doubt, we've got fear, and we've got old wounds. Okay, that is clear to me, okay? You need to speak to your heart. Just because you can be in the dark side maybe doesn't mean you should. You need to look after yourself with it. Leave me a comment, Scorpio, okay? Let me know how that resonates. Definitely. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Ooh. Okay, Sagittarius. Let's have a look for Sagittarius. Mid-May 2018. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Okay, my lovely Saggies. Oh, what does Sagittarius... Oh, wow. What does Sagittarius need to know? Whoa. Deep breath, Sag. Deep breath. Okay. Wow. This is a time of healing for you. You have 2 5s, 2 3s. Both are cards of instability, odd numbers, and movement, okay? For some of you, quite simply, there is just some story about cheating of some kind. We've got the 3 of Cups in reverse, we've got the 3 of Swords in reverse. You may have a really itchy nose as well, Sagittarius. You may have had some difficulty, you may run into some difficulty with discovering that somebody you are involved with is involved with one of their friends or one of your friends or one of your social group or someone at work or whatever it is. For some of you, it took a long time for you to be open to love. You know, we've got the Five of Swords in reverse. That's fear of relationship, but that's in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse, which is making yourself vulnerable to someone, dropping your defences and letting them in. And then we got the Lovers in reverse, which is kind of feeling, some of you may feel this undercurrent but not have any proof of it. And you're feeling a bit trapped because you don't know what to do about it. You know, this is pretty strong. Three of Cups, Three of Swords. For some of you, it could be still licking wounds from a previous relationship because you let your guard down, because you trusted this person. I'm going to draw a couple of clarifiers for you, actually. There were obstacles, or there will be obstacles. There are mixed messages. There is lack of information. Yeah. Oh, okay. Right, yes, somebody's cheated or will cheat or will. Seven of Swords, okay? Lovers in reverse, Seven of Swords. Sneaky Fox card. There is some sneakiness that you need to be aware of, Sagittarius. For some of you, this is kind of under the surface and you need to know about it. High Priestess. Tuning into your intuition. If it feels bad, Saggy, it is bad, but you need to stop stuffing it down. If you're feeling that somebody is not to be trusted, they are not to be trusted in this reading. If you are single and you meet somebody new, just beware. They may not be single, okay? They may be entrapped in some kind of situation with one or more people or an ex-partner, or just not quite who they say they are. Not free to make a choice. You know, not free to be choosing you. This is quite a tangled reading, Sagittarius. It feels like some of you may be just discovering this kind of energy about somebody. With the High Priestess there and the Nine of Wands. Yeah. Now you get the Rules card and you get Mistake. It may be that you have to come to a conclusion around the time of May to the end of May that one way or the other this was not for you, that this behaviour is not acceptable. You then also get the Grace card. This is just a message to say to you, Sagittarius, that whatever happens in this scenario, love will be available to you again, okay? That you did drop your defences and that is admirable, okay, and brave in anyone. And just because this person took advantage one way or the other doesn't mean that everybody will do that or that you can't find love again. But it is time for you, rather than relying on knowledge, rationality, that kind of thing, to go right back down to guttural intuition, Saggy, okay, which you are good at. How do I feel when I'm with this person? That kind of thing, okay? Ooh, Saggy, that is a deep reading. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Do leave me a comment and subscribe if you haven't already. And also the May 2018 general readings are up, so maybe have a look at that as well. And check out your moon and your rising. Interesting. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn love. Mid-May 2018. Ooh. Capricorn, what do we need to know? Okay, first message I get for single Capricorns, mid-May 2018, get the Hermit in reverse. If you have been making a butt-shaped depression in your sofa, okay, it's time to get out there. It's time to pull off the jogging bottoms and put yourself a decent outfit on, you know, and off you go. Don't be afraid of it, Capricorn. I know you're ruled by Saturn. I know you have Saturn in your sign, but that's no excuse. You need to get out there and party a little bit, or just get online, or whatever it is. Get on whatever it is that you need to meet somebody, to make yourself available, to put yourself out there. The other message that I get for you as well is that sometimes Capricorn can feel quite traditional. We've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and we've got the Hierophant in reverse. It doesn't necessarily need to be that every person that you date is someone that you could end up with. This is saying for you to get around a bit, Capricorn, now, to just have coffee with a few different people, whether they are, you know, long-term material or not. To have some fun with it, to have a bit of escapism with it. And also, you never know, sometimes the most insignificant dates where we don't have any expectations are the ones that turn out to be someone who you want to see again. So widen your parameters on your dating profile. Throw away the rule book of who you want to meet and how it should happen, because this is holding you back a bit. Eight of Swords. I mean, Capricorn can sometimes be held back by the serious because you're ruled by Saturn. You know, it works really well for you in work. But in love, sometimes you just need a bit more frivolity, okay? A bit more fun for you. And that is available to you mid-May onwards. Seven of Wands in reverse, nice card. Leaving behind kind of strife and arguing and difficulty and all of that kind of like thisness, whatever that means. Conflict, that's it, conflict, Gemma. If you're in a long-term relationship, Capricorn, there may have been some conflict, and it may have been about deep philosophical issues or values, how to invest money, how to live, how to be as a couple. You know, things that really mean something to you may have divided you recently, but that seems to be disappearing. Again, you may need to soften off your edges though if you want to be able to meet your partner halfway. You may need as well, if you can, you know, even if you've been together for a really long time, some playful dates or a bit of adventure or a bit of fun. Or, you know, go and buy some bubbles and blow them at each other, or have a pillow fight. Whatever it is, you just need to loosen the hold a little bit. Ooh. Oh, wow. Ooh. Okay. First card you get is the Lust card. That could be something that's ongoing within a relationship at the moment. It could also be, Capricorn, your fear of bringing sexy back. And I know that sounds really weird, But sometimes Capricorn can be a bit afraid, again, to loosen the strings, you know, to get out there, to wear something glam. I was just thinking, you know, buy a red lipstick, put yourself out there, be a bit more sassy. Don't be afraid of that. So what if someone wants to look at you when you pass by? You know, kind of revel in that a little bit. Then you get intimacy. This is possible for you, Capricorn. You need to get out and date if you're single. It's a good time for meeting somebody. And you also get true love. This is a possibility. And it's the same people. Look. There's the intimate couple under a big bush. And then true love. Don't be afraid to share yourself. And don't be afraid to glam it up a bit. And also don't be afraid to take a chance on someone who may not work out long term. So what if it turns out to be a nice fling? Okay? Leave me a comment, Capricorn. Let me know how that resonates. And also check out your May 2018 general reading on the channel. Okay, thank you, Capricorn. Aquarius. Now, Aquarius. Been doing loads of private readings for Aquarians. Loads. You and Libra and Gemini. Actually, you're all the air signs, aren't you? Takes me a while to catch on. What does Aquarius need to know mid-May for love? Mid-May for love. Okay, Aquarius, you need to check out your May 2018 and also your April 2018 general readings because the message is quite similar that comes up. Some of you still need to be rid of somebody. You've got the Star in reverse. Now, when I do a private reading for somebody, if their astrological sign comes up in the reverse, such as the Star is yours, I know that they have an uncomfortable or unhappy situation with something or someone or with themselves. Now, you also have the Nine of Cups in reverse. For those of you who are involved with someone who is distant, on again, off again, ex, whatever it is, and this has been coming up for you for months, Aquarius, it needs to be severed, really. It needs to end. I've got the Magician in reverse. This comes up for you a lot. Now, apart from looking at the Bee Gees, when this guy is in the upright, he's the alchemist who can work with all aspects of the tarot and turn, water into wine and metal into gold. When he's in the reverse, he's a bit of a confidence trickster, snake oil salesman, sell you a watch from his coat, be the magician, as in literally he's pulling rabbits out of hats and he's on the stage and he has props and it's sleight of hand, but it turns out he's not really doing any of it. He's not really any of it. If you are suspecting, and some of you must be, that they're not really who you wish they were and the relationship is not what you wish it was, this is the time to be Queen Latifah, you know? The Queen of Wands, and to get your sass on and kick them to the curb. It's a time to end circular situations that keep recurring, circular arguments, the same story, I will change and then they don't, you know, that kind of thing. And then we also have the Page of Pentacles. There is a time and a season, and you need to be patient for real love. If you are a single Aquarian, again, there is a need for patience because the people that you're meeting at the moment do seem to be kind of players. When that happens and we're attracting a lot of people who seem to be quite in that department, we need to get back to ourselves and our own personal boundaries and how we rock and who we accept and who we don't, and what we want and what we need. So it may be time for you, because you're not going to have any shortage of meeting people, Aquarius. It's just assessing the quality of them is going to be important, okay? If you rock, like Queen Latifah, if you rock, you will get the quality person. But you really need to have your boundaries set, okay? And just take that bar a bit higher. You deserve more than you've been getting. And as soon as you come to that way of thinking, Aquarius, you will get it. I want to say with knobs on, but that just sounds really rude. But you will get it, okay? You will get it. Yes. Look, we have doubt. Don't doubt your worth. Don't doubt what you're worth. I've been getting that for you for months. Because we also get dream come true. You can have exactly what you dream of in a person, so long as you raise your standard both for yourself, in fact just for yourself, because raising your own standard brings in a higher quality person. And then you get communication. If you need to write that letter, the final closure letter, and burn it, or even give it to them, or whatever it is, it will be very healing for you, okay? There is a need to move on from someone for all, not all Aquarians, obviously it won't be for everyone, but for a lot of you. Whether they're in the past or whether they're in the now, there is this, has been for ages, a need to move on. And that Magician card has come up for you time and time again in private readings for Aquarians and in public readings. Because then you can really have the love that you dream of, you know. And people think Aquarians aren't really as into love, you know, because they're an air sign, but they are. Deeply romantic people, Aquarians. I was going to say deeply romantic people Aquarians are, in a kind of a Yoda tarot kind of a fashion. I got loads of Aquarian friends and quite a lot of Aquarius in my chart. So I'm feeling it for you, Aquarius, but I'm being tough on you, as I have been recently, and in private readings, sorry, because I want better for you. Thank you, Aquarius. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below, okay? Namaste. Pisces. Lovely, lovely Pisces. What is going on for Pisces? Okay, mid-May, Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising, the Lovers, which used to be called the Choice. Some kind of sacrifice or choice to be made in love. Now, my fellow fishies, Pisceans are the king and queens of sacrifice. Sacrifice is your middle name. Something needs to be left behind. Doesn't necessarily mean the end of a relationship, but something needs to be left behind. And it seems to be caught up in this choice or sacrifice. Eight of Cups, Saturn in Pisces. The ability to walk away from something if it is not for you. Often very tricky for Pisceans, that concept, because of the level of flexibility that Pisces has. Most things are for them because they don't really tend to rule anything out. Now, there is great potential in a relationship or in a new person that you meet. Three of Wands. There's a potential for it to go further, but there is also an aspect of it that is confusing or restrictive. We've got the Ace of Swords in reverse, and that is a lack of clarity about something. If there is something that is bothering you, Pisces, or there is something about someone, whether you just met them or whether you're in a relationship with them, that you want to know, it might be time to communicate it. And then you can decide. Because it feels like, not that a relationship needs to end, but that some aspect of either the past or some aspect of this relationship needs to be cleared up and walked away from. It could improve the relationship, but it will involve quite a lot of emotional mess. We've got the Four of Cups in reverse. That is the card of emotions coming out, feelings coming out. Ears being itched. Now, Seven of Swords in reverse is in the mix. Something happened, either in the past or with this person, or if you just met them, it's a feeling that Pisceans often get. A feeling that you're just not quite sure if they're on the level. That's a choice that you need to make, Pisces. There will be a choice on any level, whether it's a shallow, a new relationship, you just met someone, or a deep and lasting relationship, in which case it will probably be more like closing a chapter of that, but not the whole book. There is a need to get to the heart of what you're bothered about. What is meaningful to you? What do you want to build with somebody? And that can mean, who are you looking for? Or what are you valuing in a long-term relationship? I'm just doing a couple of clarifiers. Ooh. Oh, I love it when that happens. Okay, Eight of Cups, the Emperor. For some Pisceans, weirdly, this is issues to do with your father coming up in a relationship. And there is a need not to bring that into the current relationship, but to resolve those issues. Could be with a therapist, a counsellor, because of this emotional kind of getting to thing. That it could be issues to do with abandonment, to do with fathers leaving, which you are imposing on a new person, even if you haven't met them yet, okay? There's a need to resolve that. For the Ace of Swords in reverse, we get the Ace of Swords in the upright. How weird is that? Once we clear the emotional debris, things will be much, much clearer in which direction we want to go in. Now, clarity is not something Pisceans are famous for. But it's no good swimming around in this old emotional water. This is issues to do with parents, fathers, masculinity, the masculine. Pisces is a double feminine sign. Pisces needs to be strong in how they swim and in how their boundaries work, which is not necessarily in a linear way, but they do still need to be there. But there is a need, like I say, not to let old emotional abandonment issues, particularly to do with fathers, bleed into current relationships and pollute those waters. And that's a choice for you. It's a choice for you to resolve that away from this person. They can't help you with it. This particular stuff is not to do with them. I didn't think it was. This is to do with the past. Could even be to do with ex-boyfriends for the women, because the Emperor is the masculine. I'm getting that quite strongly. And there is a need to take that blindfold off, you know, in a certain way. Sometimes Pisceans are blinded by emotional upsets in the past. They find it difficult because Pisces is necessarily the 12th sign. It's a sign of integration and fall. It is not a sign that compartmentalizes. In a pack of plasticine, Pisces is all the colours smooshed together. But that can also be the same for emotions. All your emotions do not belong to one person. They belong to you. But your experiences and the things that have been inflicted, because in some cases it is inflicted, belong to a different time and they need healing. And either that can be hard to achieve on your own or with someone else, with a therapist, a trained good therapist, but not with a person. We get feeling unwanted. That is to do with that Eight of Cups and the Emperor card. Excuse me. In the past. Don't bring those feelings of insecurity into your dating life or relationships, Pisces. Now we also get dream come true. Nice card. You can have beautiful and unconditional love. It would be easier and much, much clearer if you could solve those particular past abandonment issues. It will make you stronger and more vulnerable and more available to meet stronger and more vulnerable and available people. And then we get Tryst, which is a luck card. To me, that card smacks of privacy and building a ring around a relationship or building a ring around love that keeps out all this other interference, because that's what that is, interference, Pisces, and you don't want to let that in to spoil anything. Because Pisces, you also get the Three of Wands, and that has great potential, okay? You have the potential to meet someone, you have the potential to find true love and to have your dream come true and manifest, or the relationship you're in has the potential to go further, but you don't want it weighed down and anchored by these issues. That was a bit of a deep love reading, Pisces. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Do check out my daily readings as well. I read every day for all signs, so those are all on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.